Hi guys, this is Pea Soups, and welcome back to Happy Little Saplings. As you can see, we have our little drone buddy here flying around. He is dedicated to the task of delivering potatoes to the Britannia setup over there, which I just love. He is doing a fantastic job. However, he's kind of flying along the floor right here, and then he kind of goes towards the front door there. And, oh, I don't want to do this over the water. Let's see if we can get him over land. There we go. I got him. I think we can do just a little bit better with this. Because I kind of want him up off the ground. I want him whizzing through the air, and so let's go ahead and take care of that. Yeah, this episode, I don't want to get too heavy into anything. I just want to kind of tweak things a little bit and just get things maybe looking a little bit better and that kind of thing. So let's just go ahead and work on that for now. So I think we can take him over here and we can add one area, and I believe I can just add, well, actually we'll need to add a go-to. And as you can see, I am still not used to the interface on here. Place, dig area, go to location. There we go. So between, oh, so I can pull that off of that. There we go. So between these guys, I want to, let's find that guy again. Already lost him. Okay, go to location. And then we'll put the export back on here, and we'll give him an area. And we'll run up here. And just on this path right here, what I want is, I kind of want him to maybe come up here so that that's maybe a bit too high. Yeah, there we go. So we want him set to that spot right there. Now this is going to be a relatively expensive slight adjustment to his course, but you know what, I think it'll just look that much cooler having him fly through the air up there. Okay, so there's his target. He's good to go with that, and we'll go ahead and do the same thing on his way back so that he's not flying right by the front door. So we'll do a go to location and area, and we'll give him that GPS as his area. And now we'll probably see, yep, we need 2 light blue programming puzzles and 2 green programming puzzles. And since we have this, that bit is fine, and we should be able to get our green 2, 3, 4. There we go. So that's fine. And circuit boards. It is great having these guys just on hand like this. So there's our blue, and there's our green that we need. So now, yep, we are able to export that. So he's exported. He's good to go. Alright, let's put him into action and see what he does. And I should just be able to pop him down anywhere. And he will run his program. So first he should grab his potatoes. There we go. Perfect. I'd like for them to maybe go up first and then move to where they want, but that's fine. It still looks pretty awesome having him flying through the air like that. Now, if we want to make a lot of adjustments like that, we're going to need a lot of PCBs. Now, I'm not sure if I actually made these guys on camera before, but I want to adjust our system just a little bit. So let's get a chest and let's get some iron. Alright, so we've got a hopper, and we're going to need a servo, a filter, and an item duct. Do we not have that? That'll do for now. Oh, and we will need another chest actually. Let's grab that. Oh, do not stand in the acid. Alright, so let's get rid of him for a second and pop him there. Oh, and there we go again. And we'll put down a chest right here and our item duct and our filter. And what we'll do is we'll filter so that it can only grab, it'll only pull out the not the printed circuit boards, the unassembled PCBs. So we'll whitelist that. And we will need our servo in here. So that should mean, let's build a couple of PCBs really quickly. Which one was it? It's you, and that's green plastic and pressed iron. So we'll make 10 more. That sounds like a good number. So 10 of those. How are we doing on LPG? We're okay on LPG, but we do need more coal. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's go ahead and block this off. I should really attach some redstone to that or something. But for now, we're fine. So we'll pop those guys in there. And in they go. And the plastic should go. And we have our PCBs. There we go. They're all good. And I will need another chest still. There we go. Because these guys don't stack, so we'd only be able to get 5 into the hopper, but we want to put a whole bunch of them in here. So we'll give that a try. So let's see what happens here. Item hopper. Oh, oops. Okay. Now if we, that's the unassembled, if we take that out, then he should get pulled out of there, maybe? Oh, it may have to do with the, I think it has to do with the NBT value. So let's go with, oh, control status low. Okay, well, we'll wait until that guy is done, and then we'll be able to see what we can do with that. Hopefully we can pull it out automatically. That would be great, so that we don't have to keep going back and fiddling around with that. We can just do a bunch at once. Now, actually that guy, so our next thing that I wanted to take care of is we have an awful lot of places in our walls, see here for instance, where I've just had to kind of block things off at the back there. What we can do is I've put together a saw. They're not difficult to make, so I didn't want to worry too much about showing that on camera. Pop those guys in. Oh, yep. Every time. That should be plenty anyway. Toss those in there. And we'll pull that out. Compressed iron. And he should come out here. Alright. So what we can do is, oh, I guess we can't do that with the compressed iron. That's a shame. But now we can use our just regular iron blocks. So we can turn that into slabs, and then we can turn those slabs into panels. And I'll grab a few of those, and we'll keep a few of them. Let's do this. There we go. Just so that we can experiment with the different sizes. But I do know that these panels are great for blocking things off like this. I'm not even going to try to jump and place that in the right spot. There we go. That looks much tidier on this side, and I can get rid of all of this back here as well. Oops. And we can do that in a couple of other spots back here as well. I think this one, I think that would be a pretty good candidate. So really we just kind of need the sides and the bottom on this one. Don't need to worry too much about the top. And I am going to make the rest of these into panels. And pop you there, and you there, and yeah, sure. Let's block you off there. Can we get one back there? There we go. So much tidier. And yeah, sure, we'll pop some over here as well. Okay, let's see how that looks. That looks okay. I'd have preferred the compressed iron, but we can deal with it. In fact, let's see how this guy is doing. Alright, he's about halfway. So I guess I'll cut here and wait for that guy to do so that we can test this automation out. And I'll be right back. And something I've been planning on making forever, our golden bag of holding. In fact, let me get some stuff put away here. I shouldn't have waited quite this long to make this guy. Because they are so useful, and I always end up with inventory issues. So 2 gold, a diamond, oh. And what is that? 4 wool? 4 wool. Perfect. Welcome to the next generation of having a clean inventory. You, all of the things that I always seem to need at odd moments but don't need immediately. Axe. I don't know why I'm carrying half of this stuff. Silver ore. I'll deal with that later. And I can even keep some spare potatoes with me. That's wonderful. And spare redstone even. Okay, be right back. Okay, so it looks like this guy is done. And okay, that pulled it out. So now we can whitelist the completed PCB, and if we throw another one in there, and actually we can grab all of these guys now, except, oh, I may need to change things up with that. Let's fix that real quick. That looks fine. That's okay. Alright, so that should automatically feed the PCBs into here, and then the completed PCBs should be whitelisted by this and be taken into there, and then I can throw them in the etching solution. Now there is another method of going about this with the assembly tables, but I just don't think I need to get that far into it. I kind of only want to play with the drones for now. If we get further in, then yeah, maybe later we'll do some more, and we'll go further with the assembly tables. For now, I just want to make a few more chips, and I believe it's not the failed PCB, it's the unassembled. And there we go. Yep, transistors, black plastic, compressed iron, and redstone. So let's grab our compressed iron. Did I not just have... There we go. That should be plenty. That's not compressed iron, it just looks like it. Alright, and we've got redstone. Make sure our filter is set. And yeah, we'll just toss everything in here. What gets made, gets made. Alright, he's full. And actually, let's make a few more. just while we're doing this. There we go. Pop everything in there. So these are the transistors that we're creating right now. Transistors and capacitors. These get installed onto the PCBs once they've been etched in the UV light box and in the acid solution here. So once the rest of those go in, there we go. We see the capacitors being created, and in a moment we'll see the transistors. There we go. Everything stopped popping. Alright. Go ahead and pull everything out. And that one's complete. So we have plenty of PCBs on the go. Okay, so we got our transistors and capacitors back. So now with our PCBs, we can go ahead and create a couple more complete printed circuit boards. So I think it's going to be good to have a bunch of these guys on hand, because we are going to need, well, let's get rid of some of this junk that we don't need in here. Certainly don't need sticks. The more I fool around with these chests, the more I get antsy to get into applied energistics, which is going to be very soon. Alright, so he's good. So now, yeah, we can just let that guy go, and we'll have plenty of PCBs to play around with. And actually, since I mentioned applied energistics and we just have to wait on these guys, I think it's time we get started. I think it's about that time. Now, I've collected a number of charged Certus quartz, and I got the blocks since I was using my silky pickaxe here. Now, that could work out really well for us, because let's grab, I think I should be able to do steel. Do I have anything better than steel? Where is our... Nope, it wasn't that one. It's the abridged guide. Iron, bronze, so steel is up here. Shiny, Terra Shatterer. Yeah, no, we don't have anything better than steel. Which is fine. That's okay. Because, in fact, before I go there, we're going to grab some lapis. And some of you may be able to see where I'm going to go with this. So, lapis adds the luck enchantment. I hope that weather's not too loud. Let's go ahead and change that. Lapis adds the luck enchantment. Let's go ahead and switch this guy off. I think we should only need 2 pieces here. But I will need a casting table and not that cast, that and that. Alright. Paper, there it is. So in the same way that we created our first pick, we're going to do essentially the same thing, except instead of getting it silky, we're going to put as much luck on it as possible. So we'll get as many, there we go. Oops. Oh, that's right. It already had taken out of the bottom here. And there's that one. And you, and you make a nice new steel pick. Alright, I'm gonna have to level this guy up before I really make use of him, I think. Let's see. I do have... So let's see what's on here so far. This is gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot of lapis. Good thing we've been growing it for a while. Okay, I'm gonna work on this. Oh. Okay. Check this guy out. This is Johnny 5. Johnny 5 usurped Harkness's position. I have no idea what happened to Harkness. I noticed that he wasn't operating out there, and so I went to check on him. I had to dig through all the trees, cut down all the trees, and when I chopped down the last tree, there was Johnny 5 sitting up there. Harkness was nowhere to be found, and Johnny 5 had nothing. He's an empty robot. No idea where he came from, no idea what happened to Harkness. So I did have to... I spawned in the gear since it was a server error, apparently, that caused Harkness to go missing. So I did spawn in the gear for a new one, and I just set Johnny 5 down here. In fact, you know what? He can... I'm sorry, buddy. I know you're sentient, but can't have you hanging around. Okay, I'm gonna go level up this steel pick right here so that we can get as much luck as possible, and we'll be able to get as much Certus quartz as we possibly can. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and dig for a while. Alright, and I'm back, and just checking on this. Looks like it is working like a charm. So that is fantastic. That makes me happy. Let's get... I have put a couple of levels on this pick. So now we can grab more lapis. And we should be able to get plenty. Okay, let's pop him in there. I won't put you guys through listening to the endless sawing and hacking. I'll be right back. Okay, actually, I guess Fortune 3 is about as high as we can go on this, but that's okay. Let's get our charged Certus quartz. And there we go. That's what we're looking for. Fantastic. Out of 4 blocks, we get 17 crystals. Okay, let's bang these guys down. So much. You know what? I'm just leaving the house like this. Okay. Alright, so out of all that, we got a stack and a half of Certus quartz crystal and 17 charged. Now, the other thing we are going to need for this is nether quartz. Now, there is actually a seed for this. Let's take a look at that. quartz shard, there we go. So we need nether quartz ore and nitorwort spores. I haven't come across them. It's netherwort and orange tulip with glowstone below. Okay, I'll work on that. I'll work on that next time. For now, I think I'm going to go nether quartz hunting. So we'll leave this episode here for now. We didn't get an awful lot done, but I just wanted to take care of those few things and get started on the road to AE. So with that, yep, that's an episode. I'll see you guys next time, and we'll at least have the beginnings of AE set up. Bye.